in this first quarter. Here's Mitchell jittering into the paint, working around Cloud and scooping it in. Beautiful move from Kelsey.
Hey, basketball fans. Welcome back to the channel. If you're as obsessed with the WNBA as I am, you've probably heard the whispers about some serious drama brewing in the Indiana Fever locker room. The headline that's got everyone talking? A supposedly family-fueled fallout between star guards Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark. Yes, you heard that correctly. Family drama is allegedly shaking things up for one of the league's most exciting backcourts. So, grab your popcorn, smash that like button, and let's dive into everything happening with the Fever, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, and this so-called fracture in the locker room. First, let's set the stage. The Indiana Fever have been under the spotlight ever since Caitlin Clark, the NCAA's all-time leading scorer, joined the team as the #1 overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. Clark's arrival sparked a tsunami of attention, record-breaking viewership, sold-out arenas, and a staggering 1,193% surge in jersey sales.
Channel defense by the Sparks fans. 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep three. Oop, that is. She missed her first 7.
She's been a total game changer, averaging 19.5 points, 8.4 assists, and 5.7 rebounds as a rookie, while breaking records like Ryan Howard's rookie mark for three-pointers. Paired with Kelsey Mitchell, a 2-time All-Star and the Fever's all-time leading scorer, they formed one of the WNBA's most dynamic backcourt duos, guiding the Fever to their first playoff berth since...
I love it when the Aflac trivia just comes together like that. Pure poetry. Mitchell, oh my goodness, what a gorgeous dance from Kelsey Mitchell.
On paper, this team is a championship contender in the making, with veterans like Aaliyah Boston, Natasha Howard, and Dana Bonner rounding out a stacked roster under new head coach Stephanie White. But as we all know, things aren't always as perfect as they seem. The drama started making waves after July 23rd, 2025 YouTube video titled "Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark May Fracture the Indiana Fever Locker Room" dropped, sparking a frenzy online. The video, echoed by a post on X, hinted at a rift tied to family dynamics, specifically pointing to Kelsey Mitchell's sister, Chelsea Mitchell, who played basketball at Ohio State alongside Kelsey at SO What's the T. Let's break it down. The spark that lit this fire was a June 25th, 2025 Facebook post by a user named Steve Brown, claiming that Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston could win games without Clark, but Clark couldn't win a single game without them. Chelsea Mitchell reposted this on July 1st, commenting, "I got to agree." This post, still public on her Facebook, was screenshotted and shared on X, where it blew up among Fever fans. Some interpreted Chelsea's comment as throwing shade at Caitlin Clark, suggesting that Kelsey's sister believes Clark's impact is overrated and that the Fever's success hinges more on Mitchell and Boston. One ex-user even quipped, "If I had a nickel for every time the front office signed a player whose family hates Caitlin, I'd have 2 nickels." Ouch! That kind of comment only fuels a drama fire. Now let's be real. Siblings hyping each other up isn't exactly breaking news. Chelsea Mitchell, proud of her sister Kelsey's 19.2 points per game and 40.2% three-point shooting in 2024, likely wasn't trying to start a feud. But in the age of social media, where every comment is dissected under a microscope, her post was seen by some as a jab at Clark's star power. This narrative gained traction because of the Caitlin Clark effect, the massive attention Clark brings, which, while boosting the Fever's profile, also puts pressure on her teammates. Kelsey herself admitted in a November 2024 Players Tribune interview that the spotlight on Clark brought outside noise that sometimes overshadowed personal struggles, like the loss of her father earlier that year. She said, "The microscope got smaller and smaller, and I don't think anybody was really thinking about the fact that my dad just died. That kind of pressure could make anyone feel like they're living the shadow of a superstar at SO. Is there actual beef between Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark? Let's look at the evidence, or lack thereof, on the court. These two have been electric together. Since the 2024 Olympic break, Mitchell has been on fire, averaging 28.3 points over 7 games, second only to A.A. Wilson in that span. Clark, with her league-leading 8.4 assists per game, has been setting Mitchell up for success. Mitchell herself said, I value what Caitlin brings to the table. She could shoot the lights out, and you just got to be ready when your number's called. After a win over the Connecticut Sun in August 2024, Mitchell praised their growing chemistry. Noting it's only been a few months since they started playing together, Clark echoed this, saying, "Kelsey has been playing really good basketball. She only makes my life easier when you have that 1-2 combo in the backcourt." That doesn't exactly scream locker room fracture. Off the court, the vibe seemed equally positive. When the Fever announced on January 29, 2025 that they re-signed Mitchell after a core player designation, Clark posted on Instagram stories, tagging Mitchell with a simple red heart. Mitchell responded, "We locked in 22. Aaliyah Boston also celebrated, and fans on X were hyped with one posting. "They are locked in. That's her C squared." Mitchell even gushed about Clark in a post-signing interview. "I met one of the greatest people in the world, Caitlin Clark, who just runs the basketball world. Together, we hope to make you guys proud." These are not the words of teammates at odds. But here's where the family drama angle gets sticky. The Fever's 2025 season hasn't been smooth sailing. With a 12-12 record through 24 games, they've struggled with consistency, partly due to Clark missing nearly half the season with injuries, including a left quad strain and a groin injury. In her absence, Mitchell carried a heavier load, dropping 32 points in a win over the Dallas Wings on June 28, 2025. But her efficiency suffered at times, with a 25.8% shooting clip in some games without Clark, leading to fan criticism over shot selection. This could create tension, not personal but professional, when the team's rhythm is disrupted. Add to that the arrival of new players like Ari McDonald, signed under a hardship exception, alongside veterans Natasha Howard and Dana Bonner, and you've got a locker room still figuring out chemistry under a new coach. The family drama narrative also ties into broader discussions about Clark's impact. Some analysts, like Cheryl Swoops, stirred the pot by suggesting Clark's teammates might be frustrated with her spotlight. Swoops claimed in September 2024 that Clark wasn't dominating despite her stellar stats, hinting at locker room unrest. Teammate Erica Wheeler shut this down, saying, "All we do is have fun with Caitlin Clark, who never takes anything serious." Kelsey Mitchell has also defended Clark, emphasizing team unity and dismissing outside noise. But Chelsea Mitchell's comment, even if innocent, feeds in a narrative that some of the Fever's orbit might resent Clark's hype. Mitchell has been vocal about the Fever's tight-knit vibe, saying in November 2024, "None of the chaos seeped into our locker room." Teammates like Lexi Hall and Christy Wallace supported her through personal challenges, and the team's 8-2 finish to the 2024 regular season showed resilience. Veteran additions like Sydney Carlson, who brings leadership and humor, and Natasha Howard, who dropped 26 points in a win over the Atlanta Dream, have bolstered depth. Even when Clark struggled, like scoring a season-low 6 points against the Seattle Storm on June 25th, 2025, Mitchell and Boston stepped up with 26 and 31 points, respectively, proving the Fever aren't a one-woman show. So where does this fallout rumor come from? It seems to be a mix of social media exaggeration and misinterpretation. Chelsea Mitchell's comment was less about Clark and more about hyping her sister's value. But in a season where the Fever are under pressure to live up to championship expectations, any hint of discord gets amplified. The team struggles, Clark's injuries, Mitchell's inconsistent shooting without her, and integrating new players create natural growing pains that have been spun into a dramatic narrative. Plus, the WNBA's passionate fan base, especially on X, loves to run with any hint of controversy, particularly involving a star like Clark. Let's be clear. There's no concrete evidence of a fallout between Mitchell and Clark. Their on-court chemistry, public comments, and social media interactions all point to a strong partnership. The family drama angle seems to stem from Chelsea Mitchell's post, likely just sibling pride taken out of context.